MLB's coverage of baseball on the show brings us to the home of the Braves, SunTrust Park. 4-game set between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Atlanta Braves. It's going to be a premier pitching matchup. Two of the league's hardest throwers go head-to-head next. Mike Foltynewicz gets the ball for Atlanta in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
This guy's one of the most dominant pitchers in the game, and how dominant? Picked up a double-digit strikeout total in his last start, and hopefully he'll bring that A game with him in the ballpark for this one.
Stepping in, Brian Tan, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Center fielder, Brian Tan.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And we are underway from SunTrust Park as the first pitch of the afternoon misses, taken for ball one. Guys, one of D-Row's former employers, the Braves, as they begin play here this afternoon. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Gone to lead off the inning. So it's a solo home run here leading off the ball game. His first home run of the season, and the Pirates are staked to a 1-0 lead.
Talk about hitting the ground running. Usually a leadoff man is a guy that takes the first pitch, trying to get the feel for the pitcher, trying to get dialed in, but not this guy. He's got that see-ball, hit ball philosophy, and he does just that, launching that pitch out of here before the fans could even get settled in the seats.
Batting second, left fielder.
Stepping in now, Domingo Santana. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. Still plenty to be desired in terms of batting average, down in the 180s entering play. Still without a home run and a pair of RBIs. Needed to lay off that pitch upstairs, but it's 1-1.
When a guy's featuring big-time velocity like this, you have to be on the fastball. It's your only chance. You'll tip your hat on some nasty off-speed stuff, but you gotta be ready for the heater.
Bases are empty here, nobody out. And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out. A chance here to check out the starting lineup for the visiting Pirates. D-Row, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Are we still a big believer in batting average, Matty? In today's game, I'm more interested in the OPS number. But that's not to take anything away from this offense. They lead the league in batting average, and what that tells me is they're getting a lot of guys on base. There's a lot of guys with some good approaches and good plans today. See if that leads to a bunch of runs.
Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1. Big swing at the knuckle curve, gets nothing but air. 0-2 now. 0-2, here it comes. Missed with a breaking ball.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball's coming in at that plane right there. Quality take.
And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
This tells me a lot about this guy. He's done a real nice job bouncing back from that home run to strike out the next 2 guys. Sometimes you're going to get taken deep, but it's all about how you respond that really matters.
Into the box, Maxwell Encarnacion, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. Now the 1-1 pitch. Takes a pitch for strike number 2.
Hey, nice job of bouncing back after the leadoff homer. 2 quick outs after the bomb, and he's got a chance to get out of this.
And set up behind the dish is Clyde Washington, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
You know, D-Row, he is a pitcher's best friend, Clyde Washington. Down in the strike zone, he'll definitely call that ball right at the knees.
If he's consistent with it, Dan, which Clyde always is, I'm okay with it. I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3. Retire the side. But another look here at the solo shot leading off the ball game. Home half of the first coming up from SunTrust Park. It's now 1-0 Pittsburgh. Gerald Christian is the man on the mound for the Pirates in this contest. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy's a fun guy to watch pitch. Not necessarily an overpowering guy. Has an ERA in the low 3s. But one thing he knows how to do, he knows how to pitch, and he knows how to minimize damage. If you're going to have an ERA in the low 3s in this day and age, you're doing a lot of things right, and this guy should be fun to watch in this one.
And there you see Jacoby Ellsbury as he'll lead things off here in the home half of the first. Now the pitch home to Ellsbury. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. And guys, as we take a look at the Pirates coming into this afternoon, they've got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty D. And you know one thing you don't want to do here, D-Row, you've been on some good teams, not to lose focus at this point of the year, to keep the big picture in sight, because there is a postseason lurking, and it's so easy to get ahead of yourselves and not take the rest of the schedule serious.
I think the nice thing for this team is that they won the division. They will, for whatever happens, get a 5-game series. It's not that 1-game wild card, win or go home. This team can prepare themselves to battle and try and win 3 out of 5.
And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Man, that swing looked like self-defense than a real quality swing. But, hey, he muscled it out there, and it was enough to get him safely to second. Those are the kind of hits that will drive you nuts as a pitcher.
Here's Joe Panic. And the runner's breaking for third. That's a strike. The throw down is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
How about that for making something happen? First he rips a double, then on the very next pitch he swipes third, just showing what kind of offensive weapon he can be.
Lifted the other way to left center. Santana is after it, makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And the run will score on the sacrifice fly as that'll square things at 1-1. Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. He enters play in the hunt for the league's home run crown, but he'll have some work to do down the stretch. And the outfielders getting the signal now to play deep. Don't want anything over their heads here. Popped him up. Bonner is over now, and he's got it for route number 2. And time now to take a look at how these Braves are lined up in this one. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, Matt, I'm excited to get a chance to see that left-handed hitter, Freddie Freeman. He had over 20 runs batted in last month. Very consistent. A solid month, and I love watching him swing the bat. It looks like the focus and concentration is even better when he has runners in scoring position.
Fouled off. But facing right-handed pitching so far this season, Aaron carries a batting line a little over the 260 mark. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
All right, that's when you got to tell yourself to slow down a little bit right there. Out in front on a fastball, hit it hard, but pulled it foul.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes.
Got him swinging. Made him chase outside the zone that time, and that puts an end to the inning.
The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. Back to SunTrust Park following this. So the next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Rod Clement, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second inning. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1. Well, fans of good pitching are in for a treat today. What can we expect from today's matchup, guys?
I know everyone loves the long ball, Matty, but this is why I pay the price of a ticket right here. Two of the game's best, two of the hardest throwers competing at the top of their game. Dan, you have to love this stuff.
You know, D-Row, we thought coming into this one it was going to be both of these pitchers look like they're locked in early, and runs are going to be really difficult to come by. They both look like they're on point so far.
Fastball down near the shoe tops. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. And this is taken in there by Ellsbury for the first out.
All right, the Atlanta Braves attack you on defense this way. Hey, let's focus on Freddie Freeman, first baseman for the Atlanta Braves. He plays one of the most reliable first basemen in the game, makes the routine play. Not only that, he can pick and grin, saving his infielders some serious errors.
Digging in, Trent Manning. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark. Ball one to start the at-bat. The 1-0 home. Skied into straightaway right. Aaron back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are two gone.
Catcher, Edward Arnold.
Up next for the Buccos, Edward Arnold. He'll get to take his first cuts here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a fastball just a bit high. 1-0 count. Here it is. Check swing. No swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball two.
As a pitcher, you got to feel good that you had him out front, even though he didn't pot commit on that one. It opens up a lot of weapons for you to go high fastball or throw even a better off-speed pitch.
Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Down in order go the Pirates. We'll go to the bottom of the second, tied at 1. Stepping in for the Braves, Orlando Warden. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Orlando Warden.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Fouled away. Way outside. 1-2.
Not a bad pitch right there on 0-2, a fastball. And I think as a hitter right now, you have to continue to go up there looking to hit off the fastball.
And he gets around on one and hits it high and deep to straightaway right. Gone! A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 9 on the year. And now it's 2-1 in favor of Atlanta.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in the game.
Batting fifth.
In now, Taylor Kaiser.
Kaiser.
Now a ball softly hit and fouled off to the left. Strike one. Comes into play here at 273. 10 home runs, 53 RBIs. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1.
Well, I'll tell you, if he wants to turn things around, that pitch is one he's going to have to start locating a lot better.
1-2. Two balls and 2 strikes now to the Braves catcher. high and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Take a look at the Pittsburgh Pirates defensive lineup. And diving into the numbers on this team, the one thing that jumps off the page is the fact that these guys can flat play D. The highest fielding percentage in the league. Something to focus on today when you're watching this one.
The next to bat for Atlanta, Ian Desmond. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Into the corner and slicing foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Oh, he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And the changeup is way low that time.
Well, that's a pitch right there you gotta just lay off. There's a good chance he's going to throw it on 0-2. And if you can recognize it starting down in the zone, you know it's only going to go down from there.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Hit to third. Encarnacion loves it. And there are 2 away now.
Batting 8, left fielder, Richard Leggett.
Now in the box, Richard Leggett, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1 for the Braves in the inning, and it comes courtesy of the long ball. We've played 2. It's now 2-1 Atlanta. Leading off the inning, Gary Bonner, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. First offering on its way. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. The windup and the 0-1. And a neck-high fastball that time. And he'll come back with 1 in the third as the count moves to 2-1 now. The 2-1 home. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
You can bet they'd love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire, so it's ball 4.
Oh, man, that check swing was about as close as they get. Tough call for the umpire, but it goes the batter's way this time, and he draws the walk.
Standing in now, Gerald Christian. And this one's in the dirt. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1. Now the 1-0 is a fastball that misses.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
Tagged by Desmond, and he is out at second base.
Well, in my opinion, this one all came down to the catcher's footwork on that throw. That was just perfect. You have to use your feet to get your body into a good throwing position for an accurate throw. He did it just right, and he nabs another base runner.
And the pitch on 2-1. Breaking ball in for a strike. Down the third baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Another 2-2 offering. A bouncer up the middle. And now from the air, a jump throw. And a great athletic play to get him. Man, wow.
And this is not an easy play when you have to range to your right. He really didn't have a chance to get his feet set, so this is all arm. Nicely done.
Into the box now, Ryan Tan. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Second at bat for him, and remember, he led off the ball game with that home run to get this offense going.
And that last at bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Nothing doing here for Pittsburgh. They're down 2-1. So here now is the pitcher, Mike Fultonevich, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he fouls this one off. And that misses. 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1. To 1-2 now. Bonner into foul territory. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. The 1-2 is in off the plate. And he gets under the 2-2 a bit as this is sent in the air out to straightaway central. Tan is right there, 1 down. And with 1 away, time for a quick check of the standings, and it'll show you that these guys have the division race all sewn up as they look forward to baseball in October. Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat. And now the third baseman sneaks into position to cover a potential drag bunt. Hard on the ground towards short. And into left field for a 1-out hit. So he finds the hole into left to pick up his second base hit of the afternoon. And you can see there where he ranks on the Braves team leaderboard. Currently tops on the ball club in that category. Digging in to try it again, Joe Pennant picked up an RBI on a sac fly in his first appearance. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Down the first baseline. Step on the bag for 1. Throw back to second, and they've got him doubled off, and the inning is over. Braves go down without a whimper here as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Digging in for his second at-bat, Domingo Santana looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Now here's the pitch. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. And it's fouled away. And this is swung on and missed, and this fourth inning will start the same way he ended the third, with a strikeout, and there's one away.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Stepping in now, Manuel Rosales, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball one. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Ball two.
Remember, he was a strikeout victim last time up, but this at-bat seems to be a totally different direction. He's showing good patience now, and he's got a real good count at 2-0.
Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike. This is line to left, and that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Manuel Rosales has just collected his first hit in the big leagues. And as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
In now, Maxwell Encarnacion, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Pitch out, nothing doing. He's running. Now a bunt attempt here. And the throw will come to first, so the sacrifice works as planned.
Up next for Pittsburgh, second baseman, Rod.
Riding in once again, Rod Clement, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. From the stretch. Fouled off. A one pitch on its way, and a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball one. Hit hard down the left field line, but this is going to get fouled. Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball two. Rosales at second with two down. And he takes ball three, so it's a full count now.
Some pitchers fall into the trap of getting in on 3-2 because they don't want to walk the guy. But with the base open, it's not the end of the world if you do. You still need to make a quality pitch.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Throwing the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. Pirates leave one. Our score remains 2-1. With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian with you as Freddie Freeman settles in to start out the inning. And the outfielders getting the signal now to play deep. Don't want anything over their heads here. Looks like the corner infielders are guarding the lines now, trying to prevent anything from getting by them for extra bases. First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. The windup and the 0-1. Line drive. That's a base hit into the right center field gap.
You don't get too many pitches a day in the big leagues middle cut. His eyes lit up right there. This pitcher's lucky he's not getting another ball from the umpire.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Aaron. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time. Into a no doubles defense after getting the sign from the dugout, basically playing to keep the ball in front of him no matter what. Lays off 1-0.
I don't know why in the world anybody would want to be an umpire. That manager has given this umpire an earful on a pitch that he thought was a strike, and he's certainly trying to defend his pitcher.
Here comes the 1-0. Fastball that just misses inside.
That's a good approach when you're facing a young arm you might not be too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got. Now he's got himself ahead in the count.
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. Now the 2-1. Bends into the zone for a strike.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
The 2-2. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 2-2 one more time. It's a high drive to left, back toward the wall, but he's going to run out of room. It's gone! It's a two-run shot to straightaway left, number 33 on the year. And the Braves open things up here. It's 4-1.
I know I get big money for my expert analysis, but this is pretty simple. If you put a fastball up in the zone over the heart of the plate, this guy's going to turn it around in a heartbeat. This one was no shocker.
Into the box, Orlando Warden, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball one. 4 runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him at 96. It's a ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch is taken for ball 2. Fouled away. The 2-2. Again, he sends it out of play. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
It's never easy to rebound after serving up a 2-run shot, but that at bat was a good indication to me that he isn't letting it get to him. He went right after him for the strikeout.
Digging in, Taylor Kaiser. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Line drive to center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
I mean, there's no secret right now. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everybody wants up at the plate right now. They're feeling frisky. They're all pulling the trigger early, and it's working.
Here's the shortstop, Ian Desmond. As he'll take a look at ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The 1-0. To short. Backhanded. To second for 1. On to first, and he really paid the price at second base, but it's a double play, and the inning is over. The 2 in the inning for Atlanta, both coming on this 2-run home run. We're through 4. Atlanta leads it now 4-1. Ready for another chance? Trent Manning. He'll look to light a spark under this lineup that hasn't found the scoreboard since back in the first inning.
Yeah, and for me, the story has been the starting pitching they faced. It's been very difficult to rebound and, quite frankly, dominate after getting roughed up a bit in the first inning of a start. So I'll give him a lot of credit for what he's been able to do.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
And so now the Braves will get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. It's 1-2.
You know, we haven't seen that pitch from him in a while, but it looks like he's got pretty good feel for it. If he's going to pick and choose when he's going to use it, he could steal some strikes that way.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Played on the backhand. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting, catcher, Edward Arnold.
Striding in, Edward Arnold. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Not his best effort that time. It's strike 1. Arnold is a guy you have to keep an eye on in the batter's box. He's definitely been known to drop down a bunt from time to time. That's something he's really good at.
And in today's game, Matty, this is such a lost art. I know you love this one. A guy dropping a drag bunt down for a knock, putting him up, putting him down, getting down the first base line, definitely sets the tone for the team.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
I always like watching pitchers that attack with their fastballs until there's a reason to start mixing it up. He hasn't needed many of his secondary pitches so far in this one, and there was another good fastball for a strikeout there.
Into the box now, Gary Bonner, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. 5th inning here in a 4-1 ball game. A count of 1-1 to the Pirates' first baseman. Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses for the 2nd ball. The 2-1 is in there for the 2nd strike. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. So striding in, Richard Leggett.
Leading off for the Braves, left fielder, Richard Leggett.
First delivery to him on the way. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Now the 1-0. Just missing here, 2-0.
This offense is absolutely feasting on these count leverage situations. If he's going to have any chance of feeling good about his effort tonight, this pitcher has got to get back in the strike zone.
The 2-1. Smoked on the ground left side. Great effort on the dive, but it's through into left. So it's an inning opening base hit, and the Braves have a man on.
Hey, nice AB right there. With the pitcher coming to the plate, your job is to get on in front of him. This should be interesting. Does he get the bunt sign? Do we play a little Billy ball and pull it back and try and play chicklets with the 3rd baseman? See what happens.
Sacrifice situation here, and the manager wisely brings his 3rd baseman in to try and cut down the lead runner if it comes his way. And they'll indeed have the pitcher squaring around as he puts this one down. But a strong throw gets him at 2nd, so the sacrifice does not pay off here. But they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to 1st.
Center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury.
Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Pirates, number 52, Mike North.
Sacrifice situation here, and the manager wisely brings his third baseman in to try and cut down the lead runner if it comes his way. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
This is a tough guy right here to hit into a double play. He's fast and he swings from the left side, so out of the box he's going to get a good break. You might have to try to get the strikeout right here, because very rarely are you going to get this guy to ground into a double play.
Oh, what a stop on the slide. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. And this is cut on and missed by Ellsbury as he becomes out number 2.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Here's Joe Panic. He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. He was a double play victim last time around. Got him to reach for it there as this is grounded to short. Throw in time and the side is retired. Braves strand one, but they lead it 4-1. Now it's the Pirates pitcher, Mike North. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either.
Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. Gone to lead off the inning. So a solo shot here to left center field, his first home run of the season, and the Bucks have made this a 4-2 game now. Ball's jumping in this one. That's the 4th to leave the yard so far.
Matty V, this is kind of a mini home run derby, D-Roll. Ball flying out of the ballpark today.
Just great approaches by both lineups today. We were around the cage during batting practice. Both were super confident, and it's coming to fruition today.
Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike one. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. He couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game.
Now batting, left fielder.
Digging in to try it again. Domingo Santana been a strikeout victim twice in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. And a fastball just a bit high. Swung on and missed. 1-1. One out, nobody on. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch is a knuckle curve taken for a called strike 2.
Wow, not sure what you're looking for right there, but that one was pretty much middle center cut. Tough pitch to take.
Santana swings, and this is hit very well out toward left field. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. So that's his first home run in the big leagues, and it's fair to say it's a moment he'll never forget.
Well, there's no doubt about that, Matt. People ask him 50 years from now who he hit it off of and what stadium he was playing in, and he'll remember it all. Heck, He'll probably remember what kind of pitch it was, too. Hopefully he can get the ball back so that can go in his trophy case forever.
Comes the Braves manager out as he'll take that slow walk toward the mound, and it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So a good job all in all this afternoon, and as it stands he can only win this one as he departs with a 1-run lead.
Your attention please. Now pitching for the Braves, number 18, Shelby Miller. Up next for the Pirates.
Stepping in now, Manuel Rosales. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Into center field, line drive base hit.
Up next for Pittsburgh, third baseman Maxwell.
Digging in once again, Maxwell Encarnacion comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First delivery to him on the way. In the dirt here. And not what they were hoping for, as that moves the possible tying run into scoring position.
Yeah, and just one pitch after giving up the base knock, he uncorks a wild one and allows him to go to second. That's like giving a guy a double that he didn't even earn. That'll drive you crazy when you're on the mound.
The 1-0 is in there for strike one. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. The 1-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2. The 1-2 is a fastball down below the knees. Rosales leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. And he fouls this one off. The 2-2 one more time. Swung on and missed, strike 3.
That's a pretty good pitch right there. That fastball on the inner half of the plate. You can see that he just isn't able to get those arms extended, and pretty ugly swing right there.
In now, Rod Clement, as he'll lay off a curveball in the dirt for ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Swing and a ball line softly down the right field line. Foul. Towards second. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. Part of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. It's the Braves 4 and the Pirates 3. Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
First baseman.
And the outfielders getting the signal now to play deep. Don't want anything over their heads here. And the pitch. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. North is a reliever known for forcing contact. Not a huge strikeout guy most of the time, but he also doesn't issue a lot of free passes either.
There's a couple of keys to being a good reliever. One, if you have great stuff and you strike everybody out, or like this guy, not afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. He has good stuff, not great stuff. He's not afraid to let his defense help him out and make some plays.
Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
That's not an at-bat he's going to look back on and be happy about. Obviously, the strikeout result isn't good, but to go down on 3 pitches and none of which were even in the strike zone, as you see there, that's not a good look.
Aaron will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. From the stretch, here's the pitch. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
That one missed, but if it's a strike, I don't know how you get the barrel of that pitch. You have to really be sitting on it to hit a fastball coming in that hard on the inside part of the plate.
A ball and a strike. 4-3 our score here as we play inning number 6. The 1-2 misses, ball 2. The 2-2 hit back up the middle, and that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Orlando Warden will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a little tapper, but it's foul, strike 1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Now we'll step off and fire to the bag. A dive, but he's back. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. So 1-1 home. He's in there for strike number 2. The 1-2 gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Now we'll step off the rubber and go to first. And that, in fact, is going to wind up out of play, so a costly mistake there. Into the box, Taylor Kaiser ripped down the first base line. And that's by him down the line in right field toward the corner. And the run is in to score from second. Now a 5-3 game.
Dan, as a former infielder, I apologize for him. Nothing's more frustrating or upsets you more as a defender than making an error and seeing that guy come around to score.
You know what? And that's one of those cases as a pitcher, D-Row, there's not much you can do. Listen, there are physical and there are mental errors, and you just have to, as a pitcher, go ahead and look past that now and try to pick up your teammate and try to get it out any way you can.
He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Set to deliver the 0-1. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. From the belt, kicks and deals. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. Braves get a couple of hits here in plate 1. 7th inning coming up. It's the Braves 5 and the Pirates 3. Back here at SunTrust Park, 7th inning straight ahead with the Braves leading this one. But before we get it started, let's take a look there at the game summary to this point. Leading off the inning, Trent Manning, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now. He's going to need to shorten up and get that foot down a little bit earlier if he hopes to be catching up to that fastball.
And a cut fastball, but this bounces near the plate for a ball. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Now a swing as he shoots this down the right field line. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far. The relay, and he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
That's what you call a clutch piece of hitting. Down 2 runs, he puts himself in scoring position and brings the tying run to the plate. We'll see what they do with the base open here. This one's getting interesting.
Into the box now, Edward Arnold, as he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. No hits to this point.
If I'm on the mound right now, I know I'm in the hitter's head. He was definitely sitting soft. I might speed him up and elevate it right here.
0-2 count, and the pitch. And it's fouled away.
I'll tell you right now, he let go of that one, and he wanted to pull it back. That was a hanger, bad spot over the heart of the plate. He's lucky. He's lucky that's getting sent back to him.
Line drive to center field. Catch made out there in center field as the runner will tag from second. And he is in there.
Now batting, the first baseman, Gary Bonner.
Ready for another chance. Gary Bonner. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Here comes the first pitch. And a curveball that time that broke too low. Manning stands at third with 1 gone in the inning. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
This would seem like an easy RBI situation. 2-0 count, runner in scoring position, but you have to know there's an open base, and he might be pitching around it.
3-0 now.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
In tight as this pitch misses, and it's a 4-pitch walk.
The pitcher, number 62, Mike North.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Mike North. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but... Wow, a perfectly executed safety squeeze right there, and that's such a tough play to defend when it's done right. It can be risky, of course, but not as much as the suicide squeeze. Good call from the dugout on that one.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Brian Tan, runner in scoring position with two gone. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. Runner in scoring position at second with two down. I think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike two. Working for the punch out and the offering. And look out as that fastball ran in and got him. Ouch bang.
Well, he might be feeling a little bit of a sting there, but he can take comfort in knowing that he represents the go-ahead run. That could turn out to be a huge hit by pitch.
Digging in and looking for more, Domingo Santana. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning.
Yeah, Matt, that last AB was a changeup that was way up in the zone, and that ball got smoked. Listen, if you're going to throw that changeup, you have to try to keep that thing at the knees or below. He can ill afford to throw waist-high to belt-high changeups.
First pitch of the at-bat. Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball one.
This game is getting interesting real quick. And the last thing you want to do on the mound is fall behind. Needs to get back in the strike zone right here.
The 1-0. Now a check swing as he's able to fight this one off. Foul. Big spot. 2 out. Possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Now a pickoff play at second. And he'll dive back in safely. 1-1 is looked at off the plate for a ball.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Obviously not where he wanted that curveball to end up, but I guess it fooled him enough to get the swing and miss.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt, and the throw to first ends the inning. Pirates get just the 1, and that's all. On now to the bottom of inning number 7. Braves lead this one 5-4. Ready once again, Richard Leggett. A hit in 2 tries so far.
Richard Leggett.
He's set and the pitch. Hit on the ground to short. Manning fields it cleanly. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
From pitcher, number 18, Shelby Miller.
Daniel Murphy will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning.
Daniel Murphy.
In there, 0-1. That batting average hovering in the high 230s. 13 home runs and 48 driven in. The 0-1 on its way. That's lifted the other way out to left. Santana has a play, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury.
Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Looks like the corner infielders are guarding the lines now, trying to prevent anything from getting by them for extra bases. He's set. Here it comes. Very weakly on the ground. Strike two as he swings and misses at a ball in the dirt.
When you're facing a guy with this many pitches in his repertoire, I say throw everything out. 0-2, he's sitting fastball.
Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1 and 2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Grounded up the first baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1 and 2. And another foul ball. One, two. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Down in order go the Braves. They lead it 5-4.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Braves, number 54, James Simmons.
Ready for another shot now. Manuel Rosales. He singled his last time up.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Oh, 0-1 count, and the pitch. Behind 0-2 now. Here's the 0-2. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Check his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. Here now the 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Tyler Wiggins will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 18, Tyler Wiggins.
He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Aaron moving forward, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, D-Row. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting gloves to the first base coach right there, and you thank your lucky stars. That's a nice AB.
Standing in now, Rod Clement, as the first pitch misses high and inside for ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Now the 1-0 misses off the plate.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
He's set, and the 2-0 pitch. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
He's gotten himself into a little bit of trouble out here. Middle of the order up in a run-scoring situation, and now he might have to challenge him. Going to have to make some good pitches here.
The 3-0 pitch. And he misses ball 4. So now that potential tying run scoots up 90 feet to third base.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, a single probably drives in a couple of runs.
So the next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Trent Manning, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? Desmond for 1. On the first, the double play, but meanwhile the run is in that'll tie the ball game.
A bases loaded. Last thing you want to do is ground into a double play, and that's just what he does. 1 run scores, but you don't get an RBI in that spot. That's a rally killer.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Edward Arnold. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
1 ball, no strikes to count. 1-0 count. Here it is. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
You know, I kind of see why his ERA is so high coming into this one. He's just putting these guys in too many good hitters counts. That'll catch up with you real quick.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 2 down. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Pirates get just the 1, and that's all. Home half of the 8th straight ahead, and we are all tied 5-5. Tyler Wiggins is going to go ahead and stay in the ball game and play third now.
Now playing third base, number 18, Tyler Wiggins.
Here's Joe Panik. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
Leading off for the Braves, second baseman, Joe
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Classic case right there of an off-speed pitch, and that hitter's eyes lit up and that front shoulder went flying. He's got to find a way to keep that thing tucked and play with the big part of the field.
Panik behind a ball and 2 strikes. Now a little pop-up off toward the third base side. And he'll put this one away for the first out of the inning.
first baseman, number 5.
No shortage of runs in this one. Still anyone's game for the taking in a tie ball game, but let's bring you a look at how our 2 starters fared. It's our starter comparison. Riding in once again, Freddie Freeman. He went down on strikes last time up. And the outfielders getting the signal now to play deep. Don't want anything over their heads here. Looks like the corner infielders are guarding the lines now, trying to prevent anything from getting by them for extra bases. And a strike called at the knees. 0-1.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Hit pretty well out toward right center field. Rosales going back but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And a good effort to bring it back in quickly, but he's in at second base with a double.
Wow, he was willing that thing to get out of here. Would have given them the lead right here late in the game, but it ends up hitting off the wall, and he heads into second with an extra base hit. We'll see if the next man up can come through in the clutch here.
Stepping in for the Braves, Hank Aaron. Indication from the dugout comes, it looks like they're going to put him on intentionally, so that'll set up the double play possibility with one away.
That's what's called getting the treatment. Everyone knows he's a power threat with the bat, so it's all about not letting him be the guy that beats you.
At the plate, Orlando Warden. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Hey, when you're in a tough spot right there, that's an excellent job by the pitcher to get ahead 0-1. He has now got this offensive player on the defensive.
To the right side and through, a base hit. Throw comes in quickly here, so that'll hold that go-ahead run at third now with still only one away.
Turn and burn, baby. He smelled that heater coming inside right there. Didn't do too much damage with it, but was able to get the head out and drive it for a knock.
The next to bat for Atlanta, Taylor Kaiser. He's 2 for 3 thus far. Here comes the first pitch. And all 3 runners on the move here. And the squeeze is on here, and he gets it down. So they get the out at first, but the run will score on the suicide squeeze. So a gutsy call there, as that takes some serious stones to call the suicide squeeze this late in the game, but the go-ahead run comes in to score. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Pirates, number 95, Henry Sinjo.
And the outfielders getting the signal now to play deep. Don't want anything over their heads here. Here's the shortstop, Ian Desmond, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch fouled off. Aaron at third. Warden on at second with 2 down. Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. Braves will settle for just the 1. 9th inning coming up. Atlanta leads it 6-5. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. David McMillian comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Number 17.
Digging in, Gary Bonner. A couple of walks for him thus far.
Number 34.
Scott Gifford will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Listen, it's not easy coming back off of closers, but this guy hasn't been super dependable so far this season, and he's blown several saves up to this point.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. That average for him up in the 360s now. 24 home runs and 75 RBIs. Comes set and the 0-1. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball one. Gifford, a California-born ball player. He's in his 4th season as a major league player. A breaking ball over the outside corner for strike 2.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
Oh, and that runs in and gets him. So now the potential tying run is aboard to lead off the inning.
Wow, you never want the tying run on base, especially that way. Looked like he lost his release point and the ball ran inside until it caught him. Now we'll see if he can work around it.
Roberto Clemente will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 21, Roberto Clemente.
Swing and a miss, 0-1. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. From the stretch. And this is bounced foul at the plate, and that moves the count to 0-2 now. Quick check on that tying run at first, and he's back in standing. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And a curveball that started low and broke lower, ball one.
Well, I'll tell you, he's not hitting over 300 by luck. He really knows the strike zone and his own strengths. That last take is a great example.
There's a line drive, and that's going to get down. And now, how far will they send that man from first? Gifford is digging for home. And a relay to the plate. He's safe at the plate. And that ties the ball game in the top of the ninth.
You know, D-Row, there are some guys that shy away from hitting when it really counts. Top of the ninth, and this guy comes through to tie this thing up.
Yeah, he was able to slow the moment down right there. Get this back to square. There's still a bottom of the ninth looming. Let's see if they can tack on a few more.
Christian Brummett come off the bench now as he'll pinch hit with the runner at second and nobody out.
Christian Brummett.
And this is taken outside for ball one. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Brummett begins play with a slugging percentage north of .525. Certainly a line he can take pride in. The 1-0. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. McMillian, the former Seattle Mariner, who was signed as a free agent in the middle of last season.
Yeah, I know he expected to get a longer-term deal, but these are the facts right now. He is on a one-year deal, and he is going to have to produce if he is going to get that multi-year he's been looking for come off-season.
Ellsbury is under it. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and hit for third. And he is in there at third as the possible go-ahead score. So coming to the plate, Domingo Santana. And he could very well get the intentional pass here as that would set up a potential double play ball that might keep the game tied. Christopher Wiggins will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Christopher Wiggins.
And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball one. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Now the 2-0. Right over the middle, knee high.
Well, this is a dicey situation right here, Debo. But the runner in scoring position brings that run in. This is where you're going to really have to try to keep the ball on the ground as a pitcher. What do you want to do as a hitter, Debo?
Yeah, right here you are looking for anything above the belt. You see it up, you have to let it go. This is where you have to check your ego at the door. Something has to be elevated and put into the outfield. Give your team a chance to score a run.
The 3-1 pitch. So there's ball four. And it wouldn't surprise me a bit to see the next guy get 4 wide ones as well.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close. So I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
Digging in the switch hitter, Manuel Rosales. And clearly this is a critical moment in this ball game. Go ahead run at third with 1 away. Here's the first pitch. Tries to catch him napping, but he missed the bunt attempt. Strike one. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's strike two.
With 2 strikes and the runners at the corners, this is a big pitch coming up. Got to execute and hope to either get a strikeout or a double play ball to help you get out of this thing.
That misses 1-2.
I have no issue wasting a pitch on 0-2 to try to get a guy to go fishing, but it has to be somewhat tempting. You're not going to get anyone to swing the bat at that pitch.
Now the 1-2 pitch. He will look at a called third strike, and that go-ahead run has to stay right where it is at third with 2 away now.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
In now, Tyler Wiggins, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. And he bats in a big spot here. Go ahead run at third, 2 men out. The 0-1. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Ellsbury is under it, and that retires the side. But the Pirates get a run here on the RBI double. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth, and we're all even now at 6-6. Scott Gifford will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base.
Now playing first base, number 12.
Christian Brummett will stay in the ball game as he takes over in center.
Number 27, Christian Brummett.
Christopher Wiggins will stay in the ball game now and take over in left field. Nate Jones comes on to work on the mound, hoping to send this one into extra innings. So striding in, Richard Leggett. He'll lead things off here as we play the bottom of the ninth. Looks like corner infielders are guarding the lines now, trying to prevent anything from getting by them for extra bases. From the stretch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. A 1 pitch on its way. Popped him up. Clement is there for it. 1 down.
Now batting, catcher Ryan McCann.
So coming to the plate, Brian McCann. Looks like the corner infielders are guarding the lines now, trying to prevent anything from getting by them for extra bases. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a good first pitch as he gets him to bounce one on the ground out towards second. On to first, and McCann is retired here for route number 2.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Jacoby Ellsbury. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. Looks like the corner infielders are guarding the lines now, trying to prevent anything from getting by them for extra bases. Here comes the first pitch. No balls and a strike to count. Ready with the 0-1. A little bouncer. That's a foul ball. Now the pitch home to Ellsbury. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think, if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Great changeup there in the dirt for the third strike. And that ends the inning. So they can't get that winning run home, and that means free baseball here this afternoon. 9 can't decide a winner. We'll move ahead to the 10th, and we are all even at 6 apiece. Alex Wood takes the mound as he'll be the first man to pitch here in extra innings.
Alex Wood.
Now to the plate, Rod Clement.
Hitting out for Pittsburgh, second baseman, Rod Clement.
Randy Wiggins is up off the bench to pinch hit here, so we'll see what he can do to begin the extra frame. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. The average sits at 286 here to start play. 28 home runs and 93 RBIs. Boy, a lot of break to that thing, and it's 1-1. Wood, a 27-year-old, he was taken in the second round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Ball 2. Hit hard to third. And he whips on it as this ball's right under his glove.
The batter, number 10, shortstop, Trent Manning.
At the plate, Trent Manning. Go ahead run at first. Nobody out. Owen Christian will come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
Owen Christian.
Heading out towards shallow right. Aaron has a play, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, catcher, Edward Arnold.
Up next for the Buccos, Edward Arnold is one away. The runner at first represents the potential go-ahead score. Double play is in order, however. Ryan Brummett will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line. Changeup too low, and it's 1-0. And he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. Don't want to forget about him. The 1-0. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Now a snap throw to first, and he'll get back in standing. Possible go-ahead runs on first, one away. And another snap throw to the bag, keeping particularly close tabs on him. And again, he'll snap one over to first, being especially careful here. The 1-1 pitch. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1. Runner goes. Strike called. Now the throw down is not close as he's in there with a stolen base.
Well, they threw over there multiple times thinking he was going to try to swipe that bag, so they were onto him, but he just waited it out and took off when he had the chance. Nice job of base running there.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. There is Desmond. Forgets him. 2 down.
The first baseman, number 12, Scott Gifford.
So digging in now, Scott Gifford, as he'll hit with the go-ahead run at third and 2 away. Now indication from the dugout that they'll issue the free pass, and with the pitcher on deck, that'll force their hand here with 2 gone.
Pitcher, Nathan Jones.
Angel Vargas will see what he can do off the bench as he'll bat with runners at the corners and 2 gone here.
Vargas.
Takes a high fastball for a strike. So far this season, Vargas is hitting over 350, up in the high 300s.
Yeah, this is a great spot for him right now. He just seems to have been picking up left-handed pitching great all season long.
There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at-bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
Now the 0-2 pitch. In under the hands with a fastball. It's 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch. And he strikes him out here for out number 3. So after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it here in the bottom half. Pirates strand a couple. Score remains tied 6 apiece. Randy Wiggins will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second here.
Now playing second base, number 15, Randy Wiggins.
Owen Christian will stay in the ballgame as a new shortstop. Ryan Brummett will stay in the ballgame as he'll likely do the catching from here out. Mike Christian comes on to start the home 10th, and he's just hoping to get this one into the 11th inning. So digging in now, Joe Panic, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Looks like corner infielders are guarding the lines now, trying to prevent anything from getting by them for extra bases. A ball and no strikes.
1 ball.
1-0 pitch on the way. Fouled away. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Rosales is over, 1 away.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. And the outfielders getting the signal now to play deep. Don't want anything over their heads here. First pitch on its way. And that sinker misses at the shoe tops. Ball 1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Scooped up on the backhand. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
Up next for Atlanta, right fielder, Hank Aaron.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Hank Aaron. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a fastball just a bit high.
Boy, this guy comes out of the pen. He loves coming in spots like this. Tight situations. This is exactly the type of game that he loves to come into.
2 out, nobody on. One ball and 2 strikes to count. And he'll try to entice him with the changeup here, but it dips below the knees. It's 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Slider swung on and grounded towards short. Throw on to first, and we are going to the 11th inning. Braves are set down 1-2-3. This game remains tied at 6. Striding in once again, Christian Brummett. He flew out in his last at-bat. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt to first pitch. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0 is laid off for ball 2. Now a little dribbler here off to the right side of the mound. On to first, and how important is it to keep this guy off base in a tie ball game? 1 away.
Christopher Wiggins.
Ready for another chance? Christopher Wiggins. He drew a walk his first time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
I can't imagine he was sitting on fastball at his neck right there. He is going to have to lower his sights if he's going to have any chance.
1-1. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. Hit hard on the ground towards second, and that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit. And you see on the graphic right there that his hitting streak will indeed live on as he just continues to hit the ball well. Into the box, Manuel Rosales. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. Possible go-ahead runs on first, one away. Not close. It's 2-0. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Now the 2-0. Runners going. Pitch outside. The throw. He is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely.
This catcher has an elite arm, but when you get that great of a jump at first base, it makes it a lot easier to steal second.
And he finally gets this. Strike one.
This is going to be an interesting at bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
The 3-1 pitch. Here's a strike. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with one away. Grounder right side. And that's through into right field for a base hit. The runner from second crosses the plate.
Dan, you'll take RBIs any way you can get them, but when they give your team the lead in the late innings, man, that feels good.
Oh, it especially does, especially when you start to score runs late in the game off of quality pitching. When runs are at a premium, that's one makes you feel really good about yourself.
Stepping in now, Tyler Wiggins. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball one. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Now we'll snap one off over to the bag. And he's back easily. Rosales, base runner at first with one out. And that one stayed too low apparently.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
In there, now the throw. Way late, and he's in there easily at second.
Well, this pitcher's out there just trying to get hitters out, and he's having a hard time doing that. So as a base runner, that's a good time to try to steal some bases. He's probably not as focused on controlling the running game as he should be.
The 2-1. Late swing, but he's still able to get a lot of this one out toward deep right field. And that is off the wall in right field. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. And a big RBI there as the run scores from second to make this a 2-run game now.
Dan, that's a huge insurance run right there. Has to feel good as a hitter right there to not only get a ribby knock, but to give your team a little bit of breathing.
It does, and it makes your pitcher go out there with a little bit more free and easy frame of mind instead of going in a one-run game where every pitch is so important. You're one pitch away from a solo tying the game up. That's not the case now.
Into the box now, Randy Wiggins. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. As he arrives at second without a play, as a run will score on the play as well.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
Standing in now, Owen Christian, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball one. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Chop to the right side. Should get the runner to third. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now.
Up next for the Pirates, captain.
So striding forward now, Brian Brummett. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. He's ready. Here's the first offering. timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Hit out towards second. Backhanded. On to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. One last shot here as we go to the bottom of the 11th now. It's the Pirates 9 and the Braves 6. Leading off the inning, Orlando Wharton, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Looks like the corner infielders are guarding the lines now, trying to prevent anything from getting by them for extra bases. In there for strike 1, 0-1.
Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called to strike anyway. 0-2 now. Now here's the pitch. And he won't offer it that. Too high. 1-2. The 1-2. Is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Well, we'll see a lot of these power arms coming out of the bullpen in these days, but it doesn't make it any less impressive to me. I love watching guys come in and blow smoke right by guys.
Jermaine Ash will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 2, Jermaine Ash.
Now he'll step off. Looks like the corner infielders are guarding the lines now, trying to prevent anything from getting by them for extra bases. Fastball in there for a called strike. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Ash has a batting line residing in the 230s.
You know, Matty, I know his career batting average jumps off at the page, but this guy can help a roster in a lot of different ways. He brings value to the manager on a daily basis.
Another 0-2 home. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And that is swung on and missed, and things are starting to look bleak here for the home 9. There are 2 away now.
Now batting, shortstop.
Here's the shortstop, Ian Desmond. The first 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Looks like the corner infielders are guarding the lines now, trying to prevent anything from getting by them for extra bases. Grounded, and this will kick off the third base bag. Oh, and he has some trouble with it.
Hey, this game is close right here, but I'll take you inside the mindset even if it was a blowout. I know the team's down to their final out, but you'll be hard-pressed to ever find an offensive player give away an AB. Nice infield single right there to keep the line moving.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. The 1-0 home. Runs a bit inside for a ball. Desmond is off at first with 2 away. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to second for the force, and the ball game is over.
Well, they had to put in a couple of extra innings of work, but hey, listen, a win is a win, and any win is good, especially on the road.
9-6, the final tally in this one. Pittsburgh win for a division-leading 110th time. Mike Christian earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. So that's it for us this afternoon. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Pirates. 9 runs on 13 hits. 1 error. They left 10 men on base. For Atlanta, 6 runs on 12 hits. No errors. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 59 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of SunTrust Park, we'd like to thank you for attending and remind you to please drive home safely. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Justin Allegri, and this is your Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL Central, the Pirates totaled 13 hits as a team as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 9-6. Good Thursday morning to you, Show Nation. Let's jump right into Wednesday's baseball action. In the National League Central, the Cardinals hit 3 long balls as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 13-12. As of today, the Cardinals sit in 3rd place in the National League Central Division. They're over 20 games out of 1st, while the Cubs are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of 1st. Homer Bailey picked up win number 8 this year, leading the Rockies to a win over the Giants 3-1. At the start of the day, the Rockies sit in last place in the National League West Division, 14 games back. And the Giants are 3rd in the division, 5 games back. The Los Angeles Dodgers put together 10 total hits as they bested the visiting Padres 13-2. Heading into the day, the Dodgers are leading the National League West, 1 game ahead of 2nd. And the Padres are 3rd in the division, 5 games back. The Toronto Blue Jays racked up 11 hits as a team as they beat the O's in Baltimore 4-3. In the standings, the Orioles sit in 3rd place in the American League East Division, yet they currently hold a spot in the race for the American League wildcard, while the Blue Jays are 4th in the division, 16 games out of 1st. The New York Yankees combined for 4 total home runs as they took down the Red Sox on the road 12-.